tersenyum, ramah, ajak bermain sama-sama. Bukannya makhluk yang ganas, bukan juga makhluk yang menunjukkan rupanya yang buruk, yang datang menyergah secara tiba-tiba. Cuma makhluk yang ramah, tapi itu tak bermaksud makhluk tersebut tidak bahaya. Ya, itu adalah bayangan untuk cerita kita hari ini. So, Assalamualaikum and hi, welcome back to Horror Bedtime Stories with Madihah. So, ini adalah podcast kedua kita. So, macam biasa, kita nak relax je malam ni dan kita akan enjoy cerita seram sama-sama, okay? So, Horror Bedtime Stories kita malam ni adalah dari Creepypasta, Mr. White Mouth. Ditulis oleh Perfect Circle 35. This is one of the famous Creepypasta punya story lah. It's original from Creepypasta. So, sebelum kita mulakan cerita kita malam ni, korang boleh pergi grab your snack, grab your coffee, favorite drink. Macam I sekarang, I ada coffee with me right now. Grab your skincare. I ada mask juga malam ni. So get comfortable, go under the blanket if you want to, and let's enjoy the horror bedtime stories together. So malam ni I ada mask together with me. So I akan baca cerita sambil pakai mask. This is my homemade mask, my favorite homemade mask, and I just love it. They're just yogurt, honey, and turmeric, kunyit. So what is your holy grail skincare? Let me know in the comment section, okay? So kita akan sama-sama, kalau korang pun tengah pakai skincare, kita akan baca cerita ni sama-sama, dengar cerita, enjoy cerita ni sama-sama sambil pakai skincare, okay? So, are you guys ready? Yes, I'm ready. Okay, honestly, walaupun I peminat cerita seram, tapi I tak pernah baca cerita-cerita dari Creepypasta. Okay, so this is my first time baca cerita dari Creepypasta. So, macam yang I cerita tadi, cerita ni adalah dari dari Perfect Circle 35. Tajuknya adalah Mr. White Mouth. So, let's go. During my childhood, my family was like a drop of water in a vast river, never remaining in one location for long. We settled in Rhode Island when I was 8, and there will remain until I went to college in Colorado Springs. Most of my memories are rooted in Rhode Island, but there are fragments in the attic of my brain which belong to the various homes we lived in when I was much younger. First of all, my language is Malay, so kalau korang macam pronunciation macam tak betul, I'm so sorry. Okay, kita sambung. So most of these memories are unclear and pointless. Chasing after another boy in the backyard of a house in North Carolina, trying to build a raft to float on the creek behind the apartment we rented in Pennsylvania, and so on. But there is one set of memories which remains as clear as glass, as tough. They were just made yesterday. I often wonder whether these memories are simply lucid dreams produced by the long sickness I experienced that spring. But in my heart, I know they are real. Basically, okay, saya tak tahulah saya dah cerita ke tak lagi dekat korang, but basically cerita dia adalah pasal this creature yang live in their house. Lepas dia pindah tu, ada satu makhluk ni duduk dalam celah-celah dinding rumah dia kot, kalau tak silap. Makhluk ni selalu ajak dia main. Makhluk ni nampak macam like friendly, tak menakutkan pun. Tapi lama-lama dia dah start macam, makhluk ni start nampak bahaya. Macam mana dia dah start nampak bahaya tu tak tahu, kita sama-sama baca. So kita sambung. We were living in a house just outside the bustling metropolis of Vineyard, Maine, population 643. It was a large structure, especially for a family of 3. There were a number of rooms that I didn't see in the 5 months we resided there. In some ways, it was a waste of space, but it was the only house on the market at the time, at least within an hour's commute to my father's place of work. The day after my 5th birthday, attended by my parents alone, I came down with a fever. The doctor said I had mononucleosis. What is this? Mononucleosis. What is this, guys? What is mononucleosis, guys? Please let me know in the comment section. Okay. Which mean no rough. Which mean mononucleosis, which means no rough play and more fever for at least another 3 weeks. Oh, dia demam yang berpanjangan kot, demam yang lama. Ambil masa yang lama untuk kebah. Mungkin, I don't know. Okay. It was horrible timing to be bedridden. We were in the process of packing our things to move to Pennsylvania, and most of my things were already packed away in boxes, leaving my room barren. My mother brought me ginger ale and books several times a day, and this served the function of being my primary form of entertainment for the next few weeks. Boredom always loomed just around the corner, waiting to rear its ugly head and compound my misery. I don't exactly recall how I met Mr. White Mouth. I think it was about a week after I was diagnosed with mono. My first memory of the small creature was asking him if he had a name. Okay, my first memory of the small creature was asking him if he had a name. What is the small creature, guys? What is the small creature? Okay, he told me to call him Mr. White Mouth because his mouth was large. Oh, okay, I got confused. My first memory of the small creature is the Mr. White Mouth. I thought the Mr. White Mouth tu, I ingatkan dia macam besar, tall or something. But it's just a small creature, tapi dia white mouth. Okay, so he told me to call him Mr. White Mouth because his mouth was large. In fact, everything about him was large in comparison to his body, his head, his eyes, his crooked ears, but his mouth was far by the largest. You look kind of like a Furby, I said as he flipped through one of my books. Mr. Whitemouth stopped and gave me a puzzled look. Furby? What's a Furby? He asked. I shrugged. You know, the toy, the little robot with the big ears. You can pet and feed them almost like a real pet. Oh, Mr. Whitemouth resumed his activity. You don't need one of those. They aren't the same as having a real friend, said Mr. Whitemouth. Okay, dia dah start cucuk budak ni kat sini. Okay. I remember Mr. Whitemouth disappearing every time my mother stopped by to check in on me. I lay under your bed, he later explained. Okay, setiap kali mak dia datang, dia akan hilang. So bila budak ni tanya Mr. Whitemouth ni pergi mana tadi, so dia just cakap, I lay under your bed. Korang sekarang tengah duduk atas katil ke? Hati-hati bawah katil tu. Tante ada Mr. Whitemouth juga kat bawah katil korang. Ikut. I don't want your parents to see me because I'm afraid they won't let us play anymore, said Mr. Whitemouth. We didn't do much during those first few days. Mr. Whitemouth just looked at my books, fascinated by the stories and pictures they contained. The third or fourth morning after I met him, he greeted me with a large smile on his face, like that. No, stop it. Scary. I have a new game we can play, he said. We have to wait until after your mother comes to check on you because she can't see us play it. It's a secret game. Like that. Takut. Okay. Macam tu lah. Lebih kurang macam tu lah kan Mr. Whitemouth cakap. Kan, we have to wait. It's a secret game. So after my mother delivered more books and soda at the usual time, Mr. Whitemouth slipped out from under the bed and tugged my hand. We have to go to the room at the end of this hallway, he said. I objected at first, as my parents had forbidden me to leave my bed without their permission. But Mr. Whitemouth persisted until I gave in. Okay. So, the room in question had no furniture or wallpaper. Okay, so dia tengah describe the room yang dekat at the end of the hallway tu kot. So the room in question had no furniture or wallpaper. Its only distinguishing feature was a window opposite the doorway. Mr. Whitemouth darted across the room and gave the window a firm push, flinging it open. He then beckoned me to look out at the ground below. We were on the second story of the house, but it was on a hill, and from this angle, the drop was farther than 2 stories due to the incline. I like to play pretend up here, Mr. Whitemouth explained. I pretend that there is a big, soft trampoline kot. I pretend that there is a big soft trampoline. Oh, trampoline is yang kita lompat-lompat kan, below this window, and I jump. If you pretend hard enough, you bounce back up like a feather. I want you to try. Okay, I see. Okay, maksudnya dia suruh budak tu lompat, and bayangkan ada trampoline tu kat bawah. So, kalau budak tu punya imaginasi betul-betul kuat, then it will bounce him back ke atas lah, masuk balik. Oh no, it's so dangerous. I was a 5-year-old with a fever, so only a hint of skepticism darted through my thoughts as I looked down and considered the possibility. It's a long drop, I said. But that's all a part of the fun. It wouldn't be fun if it was only a short drop. If it were that way, you may as well just bounce on a real trampoline, said Mr. Whitemouth. That's so dangerous. You know, a 5-year-old kid mungkin akan percaya and just lompat, you know. Oh my god. I toyed with the idea, picturing myself falling through thin air only to bounce back to the window on something unseen by human eyes. But the realist in me prevailed. Maybe some other time, I said. I don't know if I have enough imagination. I could get hurt. You're smart. This kid is smart. You know? Mr. Whitemouth's face contorted into a snarl, but only for a moment. Anger gave way to disappointment. If you say so, he said. He spent the rest of the day under my bed, quiet as a mouse. Mungkin dia macam merajuk kot bila budak tu tak ikut cakap dia. The following morning, Mr. Whitemouth arrived holding a small box. I want to teach you how to juggle, he said. Here are some things you can use to practice before I start giving you lessons. I looked in the box. It was full of knives. My parents will kill me, I shouted, horrified that Mr. Whitemouth had brought knives into my room. Objects that my parents would never allow me to touch. I'll be spanked and grounded for a year, he said to Mr. Whitemouth. Mr. Whitemouth frowned. It's fun to juggle with this. I want you to try it. I pushed the box away. I can't. You'd get in trouble. Knives aren't safe to just throw in the air. Damn. Mr. Whitemouth's frown deepened into a scowl. He took the box of knives and slipped under my bed, remaining there the rest of the day. I began to wonder how often he was under me. I started having trouble sleeping after that. Mr. Whitemouth often woke me up at night, saying he put a real trampoline under the window. A big one that I couldn't see in the dark. I always declined and tried to go back to sleep. But Mr. Whitemouth persisted. Sometimes he stayed by my side until early in the morning, encouraging me to jump. Oh my god. This is so stressful. Kau boleh depressed dah lama-lama. Kau bayangkan ada orang yang keep encourage kau untuk lompat dekat tingkat tu, melalui tingkat bilik kau, sedangkan kau kat tingkat 2 ni, and dia encourage kau untuk terjun sebab ada trampoline kat bawah. Believe me, there's trampoline. It's just that you cannot see, but that the trampoline is there, and the 5 years old would just believe that he wasn't so fun to play with anymore. My mother came to me one morning and told me I had her permission to walk around outside. She thought the fresh air would be good for me, especially after being confined to my room for so long. Ecstatic, I put on my sneakers and trotted up to the back porch, yearning for the feeling of sun on my face. Mr. Whitemouth was waiting for me. I have something I want you to see, he said. I must have given him a weird look because he then said, It's safe, I promise. I followed him to the beginning of a deer trail which ran through the woods behind the house. This is an important path, he explained. I've had a lot of friends about your age. When they were ready, I took them down this path to a special place. You aren't ready yet, but one day, I hope to take you there. I returned to the house, wondering what kind of place lay beyond that trail. 2 weeks after I met Mr. Whitemouth, the last lot of our things had been packed into a moving truck. I would be in the cab of that truck, sitting next to my father for the long drive to Pennsylvania. I considered telling Mr. Whitemouth that I would be leaving, but even at 5 years old, I was beginning to suspect that perhaps the creature's intentions were not to my benefit, despite what he said otherwise. For this reason, I decided to keep my departure a secret. Okay. My father and I were in the truck at 4 a.m. He was hoping to make it to Pennsylvania by lunchtime tomorrow with the help of an endless supply of coffee and a six-pack of energy drinks. He seemed more like a man who was about to run a marathon rather than one who was about to spend 2 days sitting still. Early enough for you? He asked. I nodded and placed my head against the window, hoping for some sleep before the sun came out. I felt my father's hand on my shoulder. This is the last move, son. I promise. I know it's hard for you, as sick as you've been. Once Daddy gets promoted, we can settle down and you can make friends, his father said. I opened my eyes as we backed out of the driveway. I saw Mr. Whitemouth's silhouette in my bedroom window. He stood motionless until the truck was about to turn onto the main road. He gave a pitiful little wave goodbye. stick knife in hand. Oh my god, that's okay. He gave a pitiful little wave goodbye, stick knife in hand. Maksudnya dia bye-bye sambil dia lambai sambil pegang pisau tu ke? Kan, betul tak? Oh my god. Okay. I didn't wave back. Years later, I returned to new vineyard. The piece of land of our house stood open. The piece of land of our house stood there was empty except for the foundation, as the house burned down a few years after my family left. Out of curiosity, I followed the deer trail that Mr. Whitemouth had shown me. Okay, time ni dia dah besar lah. Part of me expected him to jump out from behind a tree and scare the Jesus out of me. But I felt that Mr. Whitemouth was gone, somehow tied to the house that no longer existed. The trail ended at the new Vineyard Memorial Cemetery. Okay, so the trail tu, yang jalan yang Mr. Whitemouth tunjuk tu, and berakhir dekat Memorial Cemetery, macam pusara macam tu. I noticed that many of the tombstones belong to the children. Oh, wait. Okay. Kan Mr. Whitemouth tu cakap to follow that trail, to go to that trail when you are ready, but you are not ready yet. Kan, macam tu kan dia cakap. Maksudnya maybe sebab budak tu belum meninggal. Mungkin kalau budak tu lompat daripada tingkat 2 tu, sebab dia percaya yang Whitemouth tu cakap ada trampolin dekat bawah, dia lompat and meninggal. Mungkin itu maksud Mr. Whitemouth tu cakap. Mungkin itu maksud dia, you are ready enough to go to that trail. Faham tak? Maksudnya bila budak tu lompat and meninggal, so budak tu akan pergi ke ikut trail tu. Tapi siapa yang akan tanam budak-budak tu? Because sebab dia cakap ada tombstones kan, ada batu batu kubur tu. Alah, aku lupa pula batu kubur tu dalam bahasa Melayu apa orang panggil. Batu nisan. Ataupun Mr. Whitemouth ni is not actually a ghost. Dia bukan hantu, dia psychopath, a serial killer yang akan bunuh budak-budak. Tapi macam mana dia boleh masuk dalam bilik? Okay, kalau dia hantu, mungkin budak tu saja yang boleh nampak dia, tapi dia akan menyorok setiap kali mak budak tu datang. So maksudnya dia orang lah, sebab mak dia boleh nampak dia, sebab tu dia menyorok bawah katil semua. You know what I mean, right? Okay. The puzzle, the dot is connected lah. Dia dah start nampak lah. Okay, so dia mungkin akan, you know the serial killer kan, dia orang membunuh just for fun. Mungkin dia just convince that kid yang, oh, bawah tu ada trampoline. If your imagination is, you imagine hard enough, there will be a trampoline there and it will bounce back kan. So kalau budak tu percaya and budak tu lompat, dan budak tu akan kiok, and dia akan bawa budak tu pergi dekat melalui that trail and akan tanam budak-budak tu dekat situ. Okay, this is my theory lah. Okay, ini apa yang saya faham lah. How about you guys? Apa yang you guys faham pasal cerita ni? And if you guys have your own theory, kalau korang ada korang punya teori sendiri, please let me know in the comment section. I'm very sure akan ada orang-orang lain yang teori dia berbeza lah daripada saya. So please let me know in the comment section apa yang korang faham. Mungkin korang dah pernah baca and dah pernah tengok orang lain bercerita, baca juga, ataupun discuss pasal Mr. Whitemouth ni, and then let me know. Yeah, okay. Actually ending dia is kinda, I shock lah. I terkejut. Dia punya ending dia it's scary lah, sebab kalau aku dekat tempat budak ni, aku akan fikir macam, oh, aku mungkin akan tertanam dekat belakang, dekat situ sekali dengan budak-budak ni juga. Kalau aku ikut apa yang Mr. Wymouth ni cakap kan, kalau aku lompat, aku mungkin tak akan hidup macam sekarang lagi. Faham tak? Oh my god, that's scary. So yeah, this story is credit to Perfect Circle 35. This story is written by Perfect Circle 35 and published on Creepypasta. So guys, yeah. Okay, aku speechless sikit lah dengan ending dia. Okay, so yeah, terima kasih pada anda semua sebab sudi menemani saya malam ni, enjoy cerita seram sama-sama, sudi mendengar cerita seram daripada saya, sudi dengar saya baca cerita seram untuk anda malam ni. And jangan lupa untuk like, subscribe dan komen cerita apa pula yang korang nak dengar saya baca untuk the next podcast. Just let me know. And yeah, see you guys in the next podcast. Bye bye.